Hey everybody, welcome into Nightcap with RhinoMan. Tonight is I'm your host, RhinoMan, and tonight we're gonna do it like we've never done it before. We got a special guest in here. We'll talk about it in a minute in a minute. I got something special for this show. It's called Appalachian Moonshine. I think it's appropriate, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, it's been a long time since I seen you from the 3:30 show. Thank you guys for coming back in. Really appreciate it. Tonight's guest, um, they call him the Truman Show, and we're gonna find out why in a minute. But first, as I do, I got three questions for you. What is the most embarrassing thing that you've ever done? Hey, I've had a couple of embarrassing moments here on the lives, especially when I was starting out as a new channel, going live for the first time. I think you guys caught some of those things. The first one was going to the bathroom when I was live, had nobody else there to help me out, so I took the audience into the restroom with me. Hey, got to do what you got to do. But that wasn't the only time. I had a second time. I was at my daughter's for Thanksgiving and I was doing the whole thing and I said, "Hey, I'm not going to do this again." So I passed the camera over to my daughter and I said, "Hey, talk to everybody on YouTube for a minute. I'll be right back." And then what did I do? I had the earbuds in. So I went into the bathroom. She was talking. However, the earbuds were still connected. So you could just hear me going to the bathroom. Not a pretty sight. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you watched that, it was fun. So question one, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? I would really like to hear it. Let me know. Okay. Question number two, how would 24 hours of live with you look? Think about it. If you were live for 24 hours, like the Truman Show, what would the audience see? You waking up in the morning, scratching your butt? What? I don't know. I'm just assuming. But what would that be? Low Roller, thank you for coming in. We'll get to the shout outs in a minute. But what would that be? What would 24 hours in a day look like for you? Would you be embarrassed? Would you be proud? Would you be, would it be, put it this way, would it be a comedy, drama, horror, or sci-fi? Let me know in the comments below on the live stream. Let me know. Comedy, drama, horror, or sci-fi. That those are good categories for that. Okay, and here's something that question number three. Do you think creators share too much of themselves? Um, I've been live for 24/7 for 55 years. Hey, somebody's watching you, Super Squirrel. The man, definitely the man's watching you and they know what you do. Do you think creators share too much of themselves? We're creators, we're camera whores. We like to be in front of the camera. We like to, some of us do anyway. Me. We like to be talking on camera. I want to know, do you think we share too much or not enough? Let me know in the comments. Hey, new subs. You see the banner going across. I had a few new subs join right away. Big Pete, thank you for coming in. Rams fan 22, thank you. Joe Docs 1, appreciate it. Time to Shine 2. What You See 3, really appreciate it. And DJ Greystone, appreciate you coming in and being new subs to the channel. I absolutely do. The more the merrier. Come on in, hit that like and subscribe button. Love you guys all. Delana Brown, got my popcorn ready. Thank you for coming in. Lucky Obsession. Hey, thank you, Lucky, for being here twice today. Really appreciate that. I got to suck some up for you. Gambler for Life, thank you for coming in. Soggy Biscuits Slots, thank you for coming in. Sister Yoshi, Low Roller, really appreciate you. Kino Kid, I hope Kino Candy's right beside you. Connie, appreciate it. Tony Tooch, thank you for coming in. Connie, I got 4 minutes. Delana, appreciate it. Ernestine F, thank you. Day at the Beach. Hey, look behind me, the background. Every day is a day at the beach. Michelle James Coupler, Sister Yoshi, my channel manager right there. Really appreciate that. Super Squirrel, what's going on, buddy? Randy the Slot Razor, RhinoMan. Hey there, I got my 12-pack of Coronas and a bottle of tequila. But bro, do you have the moonshine? That's what I got right now. So hey, I might need it. I might need it today for sure. Um, let's see what else we got in here. Appreciate Little Dutchy. Welcome in. Thank you. Mag, welcome in. Hey, there's a lot of people in here, and I appreciate you taking the time to do it. Gamblers Unknown, it would be like one of those YouTube channels that just has a picture with me and music playing. A picture with music playing. That's what your day would be like. Your 24 hours. Hey, you would probably get more subs than you do on your channel right now. I'm just saying, because I've watched some of those sleeping channels and those music channels. They have such a lot of subs. Here's another one for you guys if you're thinking about starting a channel. I do this every time I take off to go somewhere and I'm going to be gone for 24/7. I put on the noises that my dogs like to hear so they can have the music in the background. They really appreciate it. Let's see, Super Squirrel, Yoshi, Mag. I think I addressed everybody. Let's get the man in, find out exactly what his channel's about, what he's doing. Oh my God. Let's get him in. Truman himself. What's up, Ross? How are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
I see you got the glass. Hey, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you take off your hat and let everybody see the nice dye job that you got done on your hair? Because, hey, I could do that, but mine's all gray and brown. Oh, the nails. He got his nails did. His toenails are orange. His fingers are yellow. He's got the black hair going on. He had a face mask. He had a full body massage. He went all out for this occasion, and I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for doing all that.
It's amazing what hair dye does.
Right? Hey, I would try and use it, but not Mrs. Rhino would definitely chew me out if I did that. Cougars Rule 54, thank you for coming in. She says, sweet Jesus. You're absolutely right. Danny D, the cool scratcher fan, appreciate you coming in. Um, Lucky Obsession says, beautiful nails, beautiful hair. Uh, appreciate that. So, Ross, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, let's see. I'm from Bayside, New York.
Okay.
I it was before 2018. Last time I was in the casino was 2005 when they had the Trump Marina up.
Okay.
Um, I would say I'm a workaholic and YouTube holic and sports holic. A lot of holics, movie
Okay.
holic.
You're a lot of holics. I could say the same thing about myself. So you live in Bayside, New York. How long have you lived there?
Let's see. Half of my life. The other half I live in New Jersey.
Okay.
And if you haven't seen what I do on this channel, man, we do some really effed up stuff sometimes.
Hey, I've watched some of them, and I have some stuff to ask you before. Super Squirrel says, "Is that a pot of chili in front of you, Russ?" No, it's not. It's a surprise. Oh,
It
there you
is
go.
steak, potatoes, and tomatoes with like spices that I made in my air fryer. I went
Cougar's
to
Rule said, "Cougar's Rule said eating on camera is kind of gross, there, dude." Um,
I do it all the
S
time.
SB Dreaming. Ross is going to eat for us tonight. Maybe, yeah, he might be doing that. Be prepared, guys. Cougar Rule says, "Hey, what's going up?" This is how we do it on Ross Says What. TG Lip 24. TG Lip 24. Hey, I got
Good.
it. I was having a problem with that um, earlier today. So you live there. You lived in New Jersey. Is New Jersey where you grew up?
Now I grew up in Bayside, but then I moved out moved out to Jersey. Uh, then moved back to New York. Tell you,
Hey,
it's fun growing up.
yeah, it is. Day at the beach. Thank you for the 99 super sticker, super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys. I
Oh, excuse
really
me.
do appreciate it.
Uh, see,
Con-
Dr. Pepper, I tell you, good stuff.
Connie says Ross is one of a kind. You're absolutely no joke, Connie. Um, so grew up in Bayside. You went to school in Bayside too?
I went to school in New Jersey from middle school to high school to a couple of years of college. Before that, I went to school in New York.
Okay. Hey, Melba, thank you for coming in. Um, Ross did a little just for men color. Yeah, he did. He got his hair just for men. Mama Mia, hey Rhino Man and Ross, thank you for coming in, Mama Mia. Olga Rosas, thank you for coming in. I got to reach out to you, Olga. Simon, it's a slot machine. You're here. Um, so, what do you do for a living, Ross?
I am a custodian for let's see, for Madison Square Garden. I'm a vending porter at City Field, and I work in the apartment building.
Okay, so three custodian jobs, different places all around.
Hey, well, gotta have a life besides giving all your money to the landlord.
Hey, I agree 100% there. How
The
is
hell's
it
that?
work? El Wedo Slots. How is it working at Madison Square Gardens?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I
So,
meet a lot of famous celebs. I mean, when I go to wrestling events, I usually get photo ops and stuff with the wrestlers and stuff. Wrestlers nowadays, they're putting their bodies on the line and stuff. And as you can see, all the top guys, they're in their 30s and 40s. They're all getting hurt right now. So they're all out of, a lot of them are out of action right now. That the ones I like at least.
hey, I remember watching. I'm going to date myself a little bit here, but I remember watching wrestling back in the day when it was like the Iron Sheik, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Hulk Hogan. Those were the wrestlers that I watched back in the day. It's been a long time since those people, the Rock, and now you got all of these other wrestlers out there. So you do wrestling events? Do you do anything after the sporting events, or is it
Oh,
just everything?
wrestling events. I like to. Sometimes I like. Last wrestling event I did on the channel was a GCW event. I did it actually. It was live, and I was filming it for YouTube. You get for the indies, you can get away with it,
Okay.
but not so much WWE. WWE, you get a straight copyright.
Cougs Rule says Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, that there you go. Um, Shauna Ray says, Ross, you need to go to Vegas in a couple of weeks. Uh,
I know
to,
she
to
wants me to come back. So does Beth. Oh my God, Beth loves Vegas. I could probably get into the swing.
Slotty Math Teacher, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you get to meet a lot of people. A lot of people haven't even been to Madison Square Garden to see anything, and that's on their bucket list. And you get to do it on a regular. So, do you ever film there at Madison?
Um, when I'm on break behind the scenes, like really behind the scenes, like because all these companies have strict policies.
Okay, Scotty.
It's been done to me. Like I don't want to like point out the person because I don't know who it was last year, but they almost got me fired from my job. When I'm a little drunk rave.
Okay. Day at the Beach says, "Take off the glasses." I think you saw that. Scotty H Town, thank you for coming in, brother. Really appreciate it. Um, okay, so what is a typical day for Ross?
Typical days we wake up if we're home. If we're home, depends on the week. Like if it sometimes I'll pull doubles, triples. Like sometimes I'll be home. Like this week. This week's like my first normal week in a long time.
Okay.
Like my first really normal week since last October. Last October, yeah, before we started back at the garden. Like man, we would do wine and dine. We would do what squad live. We do what squad live read. We do let's see. We do party on dude, which is like um a music thing, which YouTube doesn't like the music so much, but it's okay, whatever. And then
Thomas the train,
we also
Thomas
do
the train, Texas train said you sent him. Appreciate that. Appreciate you coming in, Thomas, the Texas Strain.
Like it's funny. It's funny. We also do cooking on this channel.
And then, okay, so we're going to get to his channel. The way that I do the interviews, we'll talk about the personal stuff first. We'll get into gambling, and then we'll get into his channel right after that. So, a typical day, you do that. What is your day end like?
Like a zombie. Like a
Like
zombie
a zombie.
sometimes. Like I remember one time I got home from work and I was sitting in the corner in the dark and I'm like, how the hell did I end up in the corner? It was like when you were like work like sometimes so much and then you like finally get time off and you crash somewhere and you're like, how the hell did I end up on the floor somewhere?
Hey, I've been there plenty of times. Not after work, just after one of these interviews, as a matter of fact. Jennifer B says, "Hi everyone. Hi
Here's
Ross. Did you talk about me yet?"
Strawberry Girl. She's one of the she's one of the she's one of the What Squad members, and she is always sending me this funny stuff on TikTok, and like I'm either gonna have to go up to Seneca or she'll come down to Queens. I know she
Okay.
lived near Seneca Resort, which is in Niagara Falls. It's like it's cool to have Kenzie, or I call her Mackenzie, and Jen B, and Paige Turner. I call them like the Charlie's Angels of like the What Squad.
The What Squad. Now, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. And I'm Soggy Biscuit Slots. I'm gonna get to this too because I want to ask him about that. I just saw that live stream and I was gonna ask him about that, and that's why I asked those 3 questions in the beginning. And we'll find out for sure. Hey, Real 20 Slots, could somebody delete the N word spelled out? Yes, please. Please do that, Real 20. Or somebody, Real 20, you should be a mod on my channel. I believe you are.
I already know
Um,
who this is too.
yeah.
I
Um,
already know who this is doing this.
free controls, get rid of them. Okay, so you mentioned something. The What Squad is that what you call your followers? The What Squad?
Well, we are Ross's What Variety channel, right? So
Yeah.
um the What Squad is like followers, followers um and people that are actually in the squad. There's like the people that follow the channel, and then there's people that are actually part of the we have the part of the original What Squad, and then we have our new members of the What Squad. It's
Okay.
all it's all it's all it's all into the What Squad live read. It's all my own. It's all my own like creation. That one
Okay.
day we came up with this idea. This is this is way back. This is way back when before like I used to do live streams with like nobody watching. It's like and I was just in the movie theater or what. So like it was a fun idea because like I even have a puppet. Name I don't know what green guy. He's having a
Okay.
baby. He's having a baby in July. Named Samantha.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, guys in the chat. Please keep it respectful. You can be trolls. You can do whatever you want, but just keep it respectful. Keep it, um, above board, please. I like joking around like everybody else, but there's just some things that I'm not going to have on the channel. So, please keep those.
I
Man,
love how they come out of the cracks as soon as they see me. They're like, "Oh my god, it's Ross!" It's like the Beatles. It's Ross. Oh my god, he's here.
yeah,
Now I get to like now I get to like spam the chats.
true. Jessica B, I'm sorry. I accidentally blocked you by mistake. Jessica H, RhinoMan, you're highlight the trolls now. You need mods. Yes, I do have mods, and something is going on. I'm trying to fix this, but it's an error and it keeps trying to refresh the page. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about this. Let me see. Um, okay, there we go. We have mods online now. Everything's good. Sorry about that, guys. Um, okay, so
I
back to
already know
Ross.
who's doing this, so it's okay. Yeah, it's like it's. I have my fellow trolls. We all knew who they are.
Yeah. So I mean,
I call
having
I I call them the dark side.
the dark side, and I was going to ask you about that, but um, and I accidentally, Sister Yoshi, I accidentally blocked Jennifer B. So if you could please unblock her, I'd appreciate that too. Um, bro, you gain a lot of trolls. That's a
Yeah,
good thing or bad thing. Hey, trolls, I appreciate you watching, and you could watch all you want, but please leave the negative comments and the slurs out. You can say whatever you want to me. I really don't mind, but please leave the slots, leave the slurs and everything out. I don't like it. So there you go. Keep watching if you want. Hey, T Town Gambler, Colin. Let's see, T Town Gambler, Tony Tucci. Appreciate the guys that are in the chat and you guys that came here to support and find out a little bit more about Ross. He's a very interesting guy, um, and you'll get to know him a little bit better after this interview. Thomas, the Texas train, please, you know. Okay, yo, okay,
they
Ross.
got
So,
they got big balls tonight. These guys. Everyone
oh
knows they
yeah,
really got. They got their balls are bigger than my can of soda right here. My Dr Pepper. They got some big
true
balls.
story. True story. Chris and Lou Slots, really appreciate you guys coming in. You're a mod. Take care of some of these people for me. I would appreciate it. Penny D, hard to watch, Rhino Man, watching something in the week. Hey, thank you, Penny D. Sorry about that. Okay, Ross. Okay, Ross. Let's get on to gambling real quick. When did you start gambling?
2000, 2018.
Okay, 2018, you started gambling. How did you start?
How did I start? I started playing dice. I didn't start doing slots till 2019.
Okay.
I love it how these people just won't stop. When they don't stop like that, you can't just keep deleting. Just gotta block because
Well,
they're just
that
gonna keep going on and on and on because they want the attention.
yeah, I know, and just don't give it to them. Um, hello, low roller. Thank you, Frenchie, for coming in. Really appreciate it. Basketball fan, please. Okay, let's uh, let's just get on from this. Uh, okay, so you started with dice, and then how did you get into slots and table games?
Well, table games I always liked. Dice especially because sometimes it was really good and sometimes it was really bad.
Uh,
But slots I got into because it's like the whole mystery of like slot machines.
okay. So, where's your favorite place to gamble?
I got some racist trolls following me. Oh
Hey,
yeah,
don't
I don't. I
worry
like
about it.
Atlanta City. I like Vegas. I like Wind Creek, Bethlehem. I like Foxwoods. I like Michigan. I do not particularly like resorts in Atlanta. In New York City.
Okay, that's a class two casino, correct?
I don't know what the heck it is because it's like it's take your money casino. I mean, like I can't win there. I can't win there, but it's like one night you lose 400 in like an hour, right? And then the next night you go to a casino like Atlanta City and you play for like 3 hours and you only lose $180.
Okay.
Big difference.
Yeah, there's a big difference. I mean, I know there's a lot of channels that play at resorts that you're talking about. Melly Love Slots, she plays there quite a bit. And she's sort of figured it out. You have to low roll there and not try and, you know, bet too high to get up there. Robert Kaczynski, thank you for coming in. There's Melly. I was just talking about you. I know she plays there. She loves those Firelink machines. She does a good job. Her and David do a good job over there.
Like,
As that's
like
the closest one to you, right?
yeah, I'm just wondering it. I'm wondering if they took one of those Firelink machines and they put it next to one of the Firelink machines in Atlanta City, which one's faster? Because it seems like that Firelink machine in the resorts that I was playing was on ultra fast mode, and the one in Atlanta City is on very slow mode.
Okay. I I couldn't tell you. I haven't been to Atlantic City. Haven't even gambled in the East Coast yet. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting out. There's a lot of channels out there that I would like to meet up with and gamble with.
Atlanta City is a fun trip, especially during summer.
Hey, it's a fun trip, but it's just like you coming out to Vegas. That's
Yeah.
the flight time for me. So, speaking of that, how often do you get out to Vegas?
Last couple years, 3 times a year, and I always bump into people that I really enjoy hanging out with, like Who's Rule, Melody Six, the Texas Jackpot and his wife, Shauna Ray, Beth Loves Vegas, and anybody else I meet.
Okay. Okay.
I like that crew because they're funny as hell. You should. They got me drunk on the last day I was there in Cosmo. That was well. It doesn't take me much to get drunk, but they I had this freezer drink. It was so good, and yeah, I feel like the Bible problem is that with alcohol or whatever, I treat it like soda. I just like down and down.
Same here. That's what beer does for me. I could just keep downing them down all day. So your biggest win and your biggest loss?
Biggest loss was 3,600 at Harras
Okay.
a couple of years ago. Oh, actually, it was before a Vegas trip. It was actually 2000, 2020. It's 2020 before the pandemic started, I guess. I mean, and biggest win was that truck, a Cannon, before it went over to Caesar's properties.
Okay.
Edom on Wheel of Fortune and Edom up I won like 2,800 or so.
Okay, that's not bad. What do you take with you? What's your budget when you go to the casino?
My budget's anywhere. Well, I usually like to do a budget about 1,500 a month, and I usually take maybe 500 or 600, and I
Okay.
usually like to you know I usually like to start low and then go medium. I really don't do good at high rolling as I know as people have seen,
Yeah.
and I feel like there's a lot of stuff I used to do that I don't do anymore on this channel because I just want to switch it up.
Okay. So with that being said, let's get on to your channel. I saw a question in there earlier. Russ is pretty irresponsible. He goes slow and low. Hey, that's TJ Lip 24. Thank you for that. So we're gonna get onto your channel right now. I saw this question earlier. How many times do you go live a day?
Wow, that's a good record. Let's see. We have we're nearing 4,000 videos on this channel. We've been on the channel for over 3 years.
Okay.
It all depends. It all depends, like where I am and what I'm doing. But like during the pandemic, we were doing 8 to 10 hours a day, maybe more. And then since I started working so much more now, maybe like three or four.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you how you started your channel. Did you start your channel with the intention of um, basically uh, doing lives every day? Did you what was the intention first? How did you start, and then what was the intention of your channel being?
Well, I never intended anything to happen with this channel because it's like this is not my bread and butter. This is like this is kind of like my snack, I guess.
Okay.
Because if you're looking to make you rich on hair, you just like it's just not gonna happen. You have to be like one of those top 10 channels that did this when it first started up. It's it, if I had a it's between having have my actual jobs that I get paychecks and I could live and stuff and do my YouTube channel, I would do my jobs over to YouTube. Just
Okay.
because I needed guaranteed, and nothing in life is guaranteed, especially when you do a YouTube or a TikTok channel or what so. You don't know what
Okay.
type of audience you're gonna get. You don't know. I mean, there's people like lurking all the time. There's people trolling all the time. Um, if you do something really messed up, you hear about it, you read about it. There are sides. There's the what squad side, and there's the dark side. The dark side is the haters and stuff like that, and the what the what squad side is the good side and stuff. The
Okay.
defenders.
Okay. So, Broke Gambler Slot says, Ross, the first channel that you shouted me out on back when you started up, could you never forget about that? Thanks.
Yeah, I never forget about the channels that were first around when I first started. J Real Slots, the realest in the game. Melody 6, Brian AC, Broke Gambler Slots. Um,
Okay.
I know people don't like her so much, Dirty Diana. You know, um, she came along a little bit after that. Um, and all my other loyal What Squad supporters, especially Gen B, like Kenzie, or they call her Mackenzie.
Okay.
Paige Turner, Connie, Low Rower, Michael Kelly. He's a great guy. I had the opportunity to meet him in AC, and we were slotting together and loads of fun. Easy Life Slot Jackpot. Now,
Yes.
if you want somebody, that is cool and is funny as hell, that's the
He,
guy. That's the guy to hang with.
exactly. I'm going to interrupt you one quick second. I, I I would like to thank everybody that's in the chat right now for coming in and really supporting myself, watching Ross. I saw 420 in here. This is premium content. I'm here for 420. I appreciate that. Olga Rosas, thank you for helping out. Sister Yoshi, and Nini Slots, and Little Dutchy, everybody that comes here and watches the channel and supports the guests that I have on the show. I truly appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the hard work that my mods are doing right now. It's so disrespectful. You could come in, you could troll, you could do whatever you want, but just do not drop the language that you're dropping right now. The being racist is so disrespectful, and I don't tolerate it. And I'm sad. It's sad. It's a sad state of mind that you guys are in here doing that. You have nothing better to do. I appreciate you watching and everything, but Jesus Christ. cut that shit out. Um, okay. Um,
Yeah, I knew they were gonna come after me because that's what they do best.
hey,
Everybody's got
hey,
a leader. You don't know who these people are because they hide behind a keyboard.
whatever. They could hide behind the keyboard. Rocket 18181. Appreciate you guys coming in. Doris, appreciate you being here. Melly Love Slots, Nini Slots. All of you guys are true supporters. Love you guys. Um, Keep it up. And I'm completely sorry about that. And Ross, he is sorry about that. R.A. Jr., you tell him, Tim. Hey, Tim hasn't came out yet. Like I said earlier, I knew this was going to be a show. I got some moonshine. Tim will come out, and Tim will get upset. So, just letting you know, I'm not upset. Grab something to eat, Ross. That's good, bro. Um,
Yeah,
so
last time the potatoes didn't come out so good. Mm.
so how did you come up with your name for your channel?
And this name came out, I think, 10 years ago when I started on Facebook. You know, I started on Facebook, and I was married. And my wife at that time, God rest her soul, because I wear my Russ Says What Variety pink wristband. I had an orange wristband, and the reason we have the wristbands is to support breast cancer awareness. And she's like, how you doing? Ross Says What? I was like, who's that? She's like, that's you, because you're always you're always up to something. And you had your cat show, you had your dog show, and we went with, and I was like, okay, let's go with that. And then yeah, like there's a and who doesn't like to watch Ross eat? It's icing on the cake. That's what Jen B says. Yeah, Jen B's great. I need to meet her in person. I think she'll probably get me drunk or something. I don't know.
So I'm going to ask you that question. Have honestly, have you met any of your subscribers to your channel at the casino or out in Bayside or anywhere else?
I met a lot of people. I met Vegas. I met Low Roller. I met Michael Kelly. I met. Let's see. I met Melody 61. I met Brian AC. Um, I met Melody Love Slots. I met Slot Lady. I met the Roger with his crew. I met It's a Slot Machine. I met um Josh Slotaholic. I met um I met in the game when he was around. He hasn't been around for a while. I met T Town and MJ, which are awesome people. I met
Gary,
Easy Life a lot of times.
Gary's still around. I still see him on Facebook. I follow him on his YouTube
Yeah,
channel. He's still around. He was tagged in one of my videos earlier today. The actual live that I did earlier. Got to meet him. I'm going to ask you about the trip that you met Gary, that you met Josh Slotaholic. You were in Vegas in October for G2E, correct?
yeah, that was a fun day. That was a very tiring day too, because we were live for like over 9 hours straight. It was a hell of a day. It was like we were up and down the whole day. And shout out to Josh for putting his drink down on my machine. Shout out to Gary for losing his voice pretty much, and being real. Shout out to Easy Life with his dancing drums explosion and DDP experience to coach me to good bonuses on those games. I pick That's probably like one of my most memorable long streams I've done. It's very hard to duplicate a long stream like that. 9 hours straight from
Yes.
from the airport to the hotel to casino to Eden, all around. That was a crazy day. That was a crazy day. And shout out to Simon, because Simon Simon is an awesome person. You know, I might give her some heat sometimes, but she does a lot of. Oh, excuse me. Oh man,
That's okay.
she does a
The
lot of stuff
reality.
for everybody, and you know, like she's responsible for like a lot of the what squad drawings and stuff. I can't draw like that.
Okay.
You know, like and like this whole what squad I read is a continuous story where we always have new characters and just don't know what we're gonna be doing. I don't know when I'm gonna end it because we also have Degens versus Security, which is pretty much the YouTuber versus security. How many times have you been shut down in the casino? Which is it has happened a lot. And the worst thing is that when you go to a slot machine and somebody's trying to fix the slot machine, and you all decide, well, it's a good time to take out your camera and start filming when the other person's fixing the slot machine, and you see the boy behind. I was like, oh, that was kind of dumb of me. You know, it's like, see, Hard Rock's really strict. They're all really strict on it, but it all depends on the time of the day you go. I know it's like when it's busier these casinos and it's nighttime, it's less you're less likely to get caught, but it's more during the day and less busy, you're gonna get like you're gonna somebody's gonna stop you.
True. True. Um, I'm sorry I missed you at G2A because I was there at the same time. I had a group pool with Simon, NES, Slaughterholic. Um, I think there was a couple of other people. Oh, T Town Gambler. I met her for the first time there at that G2A too. So it was a fun time. Sorry I missed you. I would have, and I met uh, Gloria there as well. Her and Tom.
Yeah.
Um, so
I still remember that night that me, Simon, Lucky Dog, a whole bunch of other people went down to Circa and I had that awesome hit on the bad game Peacock. And I was like, I went downstairs. I got Simon. I was like, Simon, come on up. Look at this hit. We got the triple bag. I was like, ah. And it should have been a hand pay that night, but you know, didn't got the good line hits, but didn't get the progressives. You know,
okay,
that was a good night.
okay,
I think half the people were drunk that night. It was a fun time, you know, because we didn't get back into we didn't get back into the we didn't get back into our casino rooms till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a good night.
I'm sure that was a good night. Slot mates are in the house. Thank you guys for coming in. So Ross, I asked a question at the beginning of the show. You were backstage. What is the most embarrassing moment that you've had on live?
There's a lot of embarrassing moments. Oh my god. Between throwing up in the garage, between farting, burping, the whole finger. Oh wait,
Go ahead.
there's a muffin girl finger thing. That is a
Okay.
very X-rated. She's like, she's like, she's like, don't you have the camera? Don't you have the mic? Mic? I was like, I hope so. And then I come back to the camera. I was like, we heard you. She's like, oh shit. I was like, man. You
Okay.
know,
So that
and then like, yeah, I've taken the camera into the bathroom before, but you have to go, you have to go. I usually like I leave the camera out of the stall, and I usually like flip the camera, and then I usually put it on mute.
okay. I didn't hit the mute when I took the camera into the bathroom on my live. Just went in and did what I had to do. But that brings me to the question: what you know you're part of the slot community because you like to gamble and you do put slot videos up, but you do a lot of lives, the everyday show sort of. I've heard people call you the Truman Show because you're just doing what you would do on a normal daily basis. Did you intend for that, or is that something that you started to develop over the time?
Oh, I never intended for that to happen. It just happened. At first, I was just all about the slots, and then I was like, "Man, this ain't gonna go anywhere." So I was like, "Let's change it up. Let's make it more interesting." You know, like let's not let's try to like let's try some new concepts. Let's try going to like places like Coney Island, Atlantic City, the aquarium, the zoo. Let's try going out to eat. Let's try doing trivia. Let's try this music. Let's try like anything that anything to like get the needle going a little bit higher.
Okay.
Because I noticed is like YouTube and TikTok are are very very different. You could do like a 38, 40 minute live stream on TikTok, and then at the end of the live stream, it shows you like 3,000 views. And you can do the same 40-minute hour live stream on YouTube, and it shows like 300 views. It's a
Okay.
total different algorithm, a totally different audience. Like like YouTube, like YouTube is a lot harder to do than TikTok. TikTok, like anybody could do it. Because
Okay.
believe me, there's a lot of times I watch TikTok and I'm like, this girl is in a bikini in the water and she's got 4.5 thousand people watching. You're just in a bikini. What are you doing?
Well, I would be watching that. So,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, there's nothing watching.
Oh yeah,
I
we shopping
not
trips are
only
good too.
myself, not only myself, but my robot camera. When I was at Harrah's the other day, it's supposed to be focused on my face, but every time a girl in a bikini walked by, the camera turned to follow her because the camera knows better. But that's the kind of stuff that makes TikTok easier, is because anybody could go out there and they do the plaque, 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 and then the shirt comes off with just the bikini and
TikTok
everything.
TikTok do a little bit TikTok, they're le- the rules are very less lenient. You could show a movie like Jurassic World Dominion and not get shut down. You could show WWE Raw and not get shut down. You could show sport events not get shut down. You could do. Let's see. Ross has some great stuff. Thank you, Alex.
Real quick,
And you could.
I want to recognize a couple people: Doris Kinsey, Slot Mates, and Juicy Jungle. Hey Ross, when's your next casino trip, or am I late? No, you're not late. We'll talk about his next casino trip. And Juicy Jungle, I got to reach out to you because I want to get you on the show. I would like to do an interview with you, and I'll reach out to you, tomorrow sometime. MJ, true to you. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. TJ Lip, 24. Bingo King gets shut down all the time. Um, True story.
I like Bingo King. He's real and he plays the slots and hate to be hate.
True. True. Really appreciate it. Okay, where is my cop outfit? Yeah, I was actually going. I saw the interview with Ross and Simon, and we talked about it in the pre-interview. I was gonna wear a cop outfit just for you, Juicy. However, I did it. I didn't do it this time. I should have for sure. So let's talk about some of your YouTube lives. Um, do you, as a creator, do you do things intentionally? Do you have a plan of saying you're going to talk about the Dark Lord, or you're going to eat this, or you're going to
Dark
do
leader.
this, or Dark Leader? Um,
He's
you
still on the
know,
boat. He's still on the boat. He's supposed to be back
do,
by now.
do you plan those conversations in your head prior to going live, of things that are going to be controversial, or things that you're going to talk about that spring some attention for your channel?
I do it most of the time. It's unintentional, but most of the time, it's how I feel like that day, or like I just don't like the whole. I don't like how certain things gone down, kind of thing. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna hide who I am just because I have you know 10, 10 or 15 people watching. I'm not gonna hide who I am. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be me. Like
No,
I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna hide.
I'm saying obviously be you, but I'm saying do you plan for something to be a little bit outrageous during one of your lives? Do you say, "Hey, I'm going to try and do this," or "Hey, I'm going to talk about this subject or
Sometimes,
this"?
sometimes,
Sometimes you okay,
sometimes it's sometimes it's out of the blue, and sometimes I actually plan it out.
okay. And on that point, have you watched your analytics to see which one gets you more views or more engagement from your fans?
Well, I know my casino streams do well. I know my rant and rave streams have done well in the past. I've known um when I outside the house and l- longer streams get the more crazier it is, the better. The more crazier it is, sometimes the better the views will be.
Okay, so like Soggy Biscuit Slot says, Ross gets prodded by the chat to get controversial quite often. So does that happen more often than others?
Oh yeah,
And Scotty H Town, we'll address that in a minute because we talked about it a minute ago. But yes, yes, he does.
oh yeah. I have a regular job. If I did this for a living, I'll be right next to SD guy on the street in the cardboard box. I know that's
So
not
yeah,
real, but it's okay.
yeah. So he's a janitor, Madison Square Garden, apartment buildings. He does different things to make a living. But yeah, he has a regular job. YouTube's not paying his money yet. However, who knows what'll happen in time. Ross
Yeah, like,
cracks himself up.
imagine imagine one day we all got like big like all these other channels. It would be like I still wouldn't quit what I'm doing. It's like even if I had $1 million, I'd still be doing what I'm doing because I just have too much fun.
Okay, so who exactly is the Dark Leader?
That is the Dark Leader is Easy Life slot jackpots clone. Easy
Okay,
Life is the receipt guy, and the Dark Leader is the email guy. See, um, it was the storyline where all the original What Squad members got cloned, and luck of their hair got in the potion, and so everybody has dark character. So we went with that, and we went we had so we went with that, and so that's his clone. That's his clone of him, pretty much.
okay,
So his clone is more outrageous and more filthy and more out of this world than he'll ever be. Like his clone you can't even have it on YouTube because he's too dirty.
Low Roller says sometimes you work all three jobs back to back to back.
Yeah, I did that quite a lot. I did like it was 9, 10 shifts in like 3 days, and then I got home and I'm like, how the hell did I do that? It's like it's between jobs I have breaks, but I also have it's all different jobs, so it's like a lot of caffeine. But
Okay,
lately, like I know, like come summertime, like I'm slowing down a little bit because right now it's like summertime. Like got to be really careful with the heat and stuff. Like can't be doing those type of hours during the summertime because like, you're gonna drop, especially in Vegas. Like Vegas, like if you don't drink enough or get enough sleep, you know,
Kissy Tree says sometimes, but we love Ross and understand what he's talking about. Low Roller says, and you take a train, buses, and walk to get there to your jobs.
yeah. I also take bus down to Atlantic City, which is fun because
Do
you
you
can hear
drive?
people. No, I don't drive. I take the bus down to Atlantic City, there and back, and I like usually going for a couple of days instead of going for a couple hours because if it takes you 2.5, 3 hours to get down to a point, and you're only there for a couple hours, and then you go back home and you're like, man, that's like it was a fast turnaround. But then if you're staying overnight for a couple of days, then you can put a lot of live streams together. And I used to do those. I used to do separate videos, but now it's like I take whatever I stream on my TikTok stream and I'll put it out as a premiere on YouTube. Even though
Okay.
I don't like
Oh, wait,
particularly.
wait. My favorite are in here. Naked HD XYZ Sex streaming recommended. Hey, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you watching. I watch your stuff on a regular basis. I support you just as much as you're in here supporting me. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. Um, I really thought, this is why I turned on my subscriber mode, because they had to subscribe to get into the chat. So now I got them as a subscriber. I could go and troll them too. Hey, Scotty H Town, Randy, um, TG Lip 24 says, I think Ross should be a great weekly guest on your show, Rhino. Hey, you know what? Maybe maybe we might have to do that for sure.
like,
So
like I might get married on YouTube. You never know. Like it worked. Like my girlfriend's very supportive of this whole YouTube thing I do because she's like, you know, she's like, you got a lot of friends and you got to do what makes you happy besides besides your normal work because outside your normal job you need to do something on the side.
exactly. Well, you need to have a hobby. And if you could turn that hobby into a business and make money at it where you don't have to do the stuff that you don't like to do, all more power to you. Melly Love Slot says we love naked. We all do. We all do, believe me. Um, so tell us about the actual time you threw up in the garage.
Well, as you know, I used to have a roommate named Christina, um, which she was pretty cool, for about 9 months. And I used to do my shows in the garage because during summertime it's cooler in the garage than in the apartment. And wherever my people like, let's make lasagna rolls. It looks so easy doing it with the air fryer. And I had the pre-cooked lasagna stuff, and I should have boiled the lasagna noodles instead of like trying to do it not boiled because they weren't fully cooked. And then a
Like
whole bunch of wine coolers, and you just down it and stuff.
wine coolers, I found wine coolers don't mix with anything. When
It
I
was
was
fun.
growing up,
It was fun
when I
hanging
was
out with. It was fun hanging out with Christina. I wish like I always was the best for her. She was a fun. She was loads of fun. But people move on. People, and just wish the best of luck for them.
exactly. So I was going to touch base on your wine cooler thing. I used to have a friend. This was back when we were just out of high school, and we used to party a lot. There was a place called Idoko. It was an all-you-could-eat sushi buffet. Me and my friend went there, and when we went there, we piled on the sushi. We ate tons of sushi because it was like I think it was $8.99 or $9.99 for all you could eat. Young kids went there, ate sushi all day, and then we went back to my apartment building where I live. And I told him, I'll bet you can't down a wine cooler, a California cooler. Now, if you know what California coolers are, they have the bits of fruit in them and everything. I don't think they even make them anymore. But I told him if you could down a whole California cooler and keep it down for 5 minutes. I'll give you like $60 or something. He downed it, and literally 2 or 3 minutes afterwards, you see sushi come out cooked, pretty much in the same way it went in. It was not a pretty sight, but it was a fun challenge. And back then, we didn't have phones. We couldn't film shit like that. But I guarantee you that video would have went viral.
Like that wine from the casinos, and then the wine that I actually get from wine stores. The wine from the casinos like don't agree with me as good as the wine from the wine stores.
Thank you, Randy. I'm glad you're watching me in your underwear, considering being naked, asking for a friend. Go ahead, Randy. Knock yourself out, bro. I really appreciate it. Grab a couple of Coronas while you're doing it. Jessica H has a question. Ross, I've watched you when you've been sitting in front of a camera with a lot of lumber around. What job is that? Just sit and talk at work. Just curious. And she wants to
That's
know
the
if you have any
apartment.
applications.
That's the apartment building job I work at. I'm the building porter. So they're what they all that lumber is. They every time somebody moves out, which is quite often, they demo the apartments, and all that lumber and stuff is like all real wood for those apartments.
Okay.
Like you ever see those two by fours, like the really heavy ones? You ever been on a fire escape? And then you have to pass up each wood to like 5 other people because like these old time buildings, like the elevators are not big enough to like get the wood up. That's how it is.
Okay. So she says Tristy Thirsty says you're on your break. Would you do those streams from there?
Yeah, I get breaks. I get I get my allowed breaks. But plus, it's like I don't. Plus, I don't like doing many live streams in the morning because a lot of the people that watch my channel from the West Coast.
Okay.
So 3 hour time difference is like kind of hard. 3 hour time difference is a big thing. Oh,
Exactly.
we got 80 people in the chat right now. What the hell?
That
Where
is
the hell did
amazing.
that come from?
As Scotty H Town says, get that wood up. Thank you, Scotty H Town. Really appreciate that.
80
Okay,
people is
so
pretty cool.
yeah, it's freaking
Hot shit.
awesome. It
Well,
is.
maybe hit those thumbs up or thumbs down. It's still a view.
Definitely. So now you took me
I
off.
I I I effed you up. Dun dun dun.
That's okay. Okay, so in your channel, what is the most difficult part for you so far that you've discovered in running a channel on YouTube?
Well, the friends you have and people talking about you constantly and trying to build your channel, and people like knowing that this is more than just slots, this channel. So you're always gonna have people talk about you left and right. It's just how it is. If you're gonna be a YouTuber, TikToker, whatever, you're always gonna have people talk about you, good or bad, what you do or what you don't do. There's like it's never gonna end. It's either they love you, they hate you, they want to get with you, they want to give you this, give you that. It's all like it's
But
all over the place.
here's Jessica H. She says one good thing about trolls is they count for views. Hey, and like you just said, either they love you or they hate you, but either way they're watching. Either way they're watching.
I love it when they leave
Scotty,
a comment. I love it when they leave a comment after the stream, and then they give you their opinion, like because opinions are like butts. Everybody's got one, so they give
but
you
they
an
also
opinion. They give you their opinion, and sometimes
exactly.
you're like, sometimes you'll read it and you're like, okay, I'll keep it, and then sometimes you don't keep it.
Exactly. Scotty H Town, thank you for the 4.99 super chat. Live with Rhino Man, always interesting. Hey, I'm finding out that live with Ross is much more interesting than being here with me. He's grabbing his dinner right there. TJ Lip 24 says Ross deserves more support on his channel. We've all cheapskate in the What Squad. We're all cheapskates in the What Squad. I don't necessarily think that's true. We love Rhino Man, Scotty H Town, Melly Love Slot says. Did you change your channel name to RS Variety Channel on purpose, Ross?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why was
Because
that?
because like because originally it was RSW. It was originally it was Ross says what slots, and then once we started doing more than just slots, I was like, let's go Ross says what variety channel, and then I was like, let's shorten that down to RSW variety because it's easier to find and easier to type in.
Bye,
And
Doris.
I mean, none of my merch has RSW variety on it.
Not yet.
Maybe one day we'll start selling merch, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really in this to like. I'm not really in this to get rich. I'm in this to have a good time.
Well, that's exactly why you should be doing it, and that's why you're doing what you're doing. Nini Slot says, "Is that a bowl or a pot?" And then TJ Lip says, "Ross is eating out of a giant pot, which is perfect. Only Ross can pull that off." Um,
It's a metal bowl.
it's a metal bowl. There you go.
Yeah,
It's a metal giant bowl because it looks pretty big from where I'm looking at it right now.
it's one of those many things that Dirty D sent me.
Okay.
Shout out to
Okay.
Dirty
So
D because she's a real Firelink. She's a real Firelink queen. And if you haven't watched Dirty Diana on TikTok, man, that's a wild show. It's like that's like it's like X rated after dark.
okay, I'm gonna have to check her out. Gamblers Unknown says, "I'm in it to get YouTube rich and famous." Hey, bro, you're almost there. I think you're just a few subs short of your goal because right now you're pretty famous. What Ross? What would you say to somebody starting out a channel today?
Oh my god. Somebody starting out a channel today, try to be friends with the right people. And
Well, talk to them for a second because right now I have to go to the
yeah,
restroom.
go use the restroom. Go fart. No. Anyway, welcome to Ross's Web Variety channel. We are taking over. And this is what's going to go on now. Um, After the RhinoMan Slots show at 10 o'clock, we're going to have Ross's Web Variety channel. And we're going to be giving you some recaps of today's scores. And we're going to be talking about what's going on in their future. We do have a premiere going on tomorrow night. And there is a carnival thing going on in Queens
See what I
for
did there,
8 days.
guys? I didn't take my earphones in with me, so you guys couldn't hear that. So there we go. Go ahead, Ross.
One day
Sorry.
we're gonna have a drinking competition. I'm gonna have two 24 packs of cola, and you're gonna have like 2 packs of Corona, and see who drops first.
Hey, I won't drop. Hopefully we could definitely do that for sure. This is
Have you
for
ever seen
Sister
a?
Yoshi.
Have
This
you
is
ever
for
seen my
Sister Yoshi.
Chinese my egg roll challenge? That was funny too.
Tell us about it.
Oh, originally I was supposed to eat 30 egg rolls in 30 minutes. I ended up
Okay.
eating 17 egg rolls and 3 spring rolls, and then a whole bunch of Jello and stuff in like over 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
That was that all you can eat challenge.
Oh
Shout
wow.
out
So
to shout out to old waitress for coming out with these ideas. You gotta
So
remember this channel that I do. I have a lot of I have a lot of moms on here and a lot of older people. So I listen to all their ideas because they have good ideas like the cat.
come on, come on up. So okay, so here's the thing. Sister Yoshi wants to know. I've never seen Blue Dr Pepper before.
Well, this is a Jurassic World Dominion Dark Berry. This is a limited edition. So when you buy anything Dr Pepper, they're doing this promotion where you keep the receipt and you go on drpepper.com and you get free movie tickets or free merch for Jurassic World Dominion, which comes out on Thursday. That's okay. There's your free plug for today.
There you go. There you go. So if you had to start your channel over, what would you do different?
Um, Maybe try to be friends more with like a lot of the people instead of not being friends with them because it really probably did hurt a lot, and
Okay.
it's really hard to restart a channel. It's like it's really difficult now compared to like when I first started because they
Okay.
changed up a lot of things how they do it on YouTube, and a lot of things have changed. It's more saturated. The slot community is more saturated now with more channels and more interesting people than it was before.
Uh huh.
And I noticed with the networking channels and the grow channels, there's less and less of them. But if difference is if you go on TikTok, TikTok is just like all over the place. You got grow channels, you got slot channels, you got scratcher channels, and it's just totally different base of people watching. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It
Most
just
definitely.
be very. I think it would just be very difficult to do because knowing my work schedule and knowing that you have to redo the hours and knowing you have to get the subscribers, it would just it would just be a headache trying to do all that again because I remember when I got my watch hours, I only had a couple people watching and I was doing 24/7 streams just to get
Okay.
those hours. And with the playlist, always make the playlist. Like the playlist help.
But here's the thing that you're saying, and I'm hearing everything that you're saying. It would be hard, it would be difficult. But here's what you have now that you didn't have then. You have a lot of knowledge of all of the things that you have to do. So I think that the learning curve would be cut down quite a bit in order to do that. Tony Tucci, there's a pussy on the channel. Meow. Yes, you're exactly right, bro. He always comes up here. He stays in here and waits until I go live, and then he jumps up here. Um, but you know what I mean. You would have more knowledge now because you know what you're doing. So I think it would be a little bit easier for you to get there. It would still
Oh,
be a struggle.
when you first started, I had no clue what the hell I was doing. I was holding the camera wrong, filming wrong. There was a lot of stuff I did not know how to do, and then thank God for people like Simon. You don't realize this, but Simon knows how to do a lot of stuff more than anybody else on here.
Yeah.
There is
See,
literally like she could write a book. She could write a book or illustration on how to run a YouTube channel and thumbnails and all that stuff, and you have to just read it because it would be so interesting. Because
yeah.
she's like one of the main people that helped me when I first started my channel. Because she with her the thumbnails and illustrations and how to hold the camera and this and that. She, I'm telling you, she should write a book or something like that. People will probably buy it on Amazon, or whatever.
Hey, that's a good thing, Simon.
Because
You're
if you
listening.
ever read, ever yeah, have you read any of her blogs and stuff? I'm telling you, like she's gonna be making a lot of freaking money one of these days. Because her blogs and stuff that she's had for her trips and other stuff, I'm like, when people say, this and that, you just don't know until you actually read her stuff and this and that what she does because it's freaking amazing.
That is so true. Melly Love Slots, thank you guys. If you guys are in here, even you trolls, I know you came in. If you hit that thumbs up button on the way out, I would really appreciate that. We got 38 likes so far.
Oh, the Rangers are
68 people
losing.
at the
Oh no,
chat.
damn.
I would really appreciate that. Hey Ross, you know what? I have a couple of questions for you. I want to know what you would choose. We're going to run down a few different things. Hockey or football?
Football.
Okay. Um, movies, Casino or Rounders?
Oh well, I don't like rounders. Let's go. Let's go that movie. The Cooler. The Cooler is better with
The
William H
Cooler.
Macy, where
Okay.
pretty much he's a guy that goes to the he's the guy that goes around and he cools everybody off. Like pretty much if you're a hot shooter, he's like the bad luck charm and stuff.
I've seen that
Classic
one.
classic movie. They filmed this in Vegas. It's a much it's a much um it's a very good movie.
Okay. Okay. How about the movie 21 or Ocean's 11?
Shit. I don't know. Ocean's 11 was pretty good. 21 was pretty good. But
Yes, 24 he does.
but 007's better than both of them.
Okay. How about Vegas Vacation or The Hangover?
Well, if you like comedy, let's go with Vegas Vacation, right? But
I don't know.
if you want something really effed up and stuff like a giraffe getting deheaded and Mr. Wong in the back of a car and this and that, go with The Hangover.
I'm going with The Hangover every day, twice a day, and twice on Sunday, or three times on Sunday.
That's
Okay,
that's
you don't drive. Why don't you drive?
too many points. Too many points. Too many accidents. I'm not. Hey, what's up, J Real? Real is in the game, you know. And
J
when
Real
J Real comes
Slots.
in the house, it's all good. Much love, J Real.
Thank you for coming in, J Real. Okay, so you don't drive, but if you did, Ford or Chevy?
Well, I had a Pontiac Sunfire. I had a Coliseum Oldsmobile, which was a good car. That car, you could fit like 7 people in there. Even though you're not really supposed to have 7 people in there, because I used to work at a sleepaway camp, and we would go to the movies, and everybody would be piggying back their girlfriends on top of their. But that was a great car, like '87 Oldsmobile with the bucket seats and sunroof and stuff.
Okay, so out of Ford or Chevy, you would choose Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that. Um, let's talk about if you had the ability, the superpower to be invisible or have the ability to read minds. What would you choose?
Let's see. Invisible to see into the future and to be at certain places when people don't even know I'm there. So
Okay,
I'll be the new T guy.
the new T guy. You're
The
gonna
new
take
T
over
guy.
Easy Life Jackpots thing. Love it. Okay, tell us what the best thing you ever ate was.
Oh man. Either things I cook, which are really good, or
Whatever.
like
But what's the best thing that you ever ate? That anytime you get a chance, you're gonna eat that.
well, chicken parm with the works from the place down the street that every once in a while Dirty D treats me out to, like the chicken parm with spaghetti, with salad, with garlic bread. Shout out
Okay.
to Dirty D again because she doesn't have to like throw all this money around or buy me stuff this and that. Because like nobody has to do anything they don't want to do, but they choose to do it. So it's not like you go on the live stream or this and that, and you like, oh, make sure you thumbs up or make sure you super chat me, and I'll keep going longer, or make sure this and that, and I'll send you or I'll give you away money. People are gonna watch you if they want to watch you. You know, even if you're not giving away anything, it's just an extra incentive. Saying like, kind of like if you're going to a baseball game on a weekend and they're doing the giveaways, right? Or if you go into
Exactly.
a hockey game and you get those the rally towels. These are all extra incentives just to get the people to watch. It's like it's all in extra incentives.
So Super Squirrel says his favorite food is bazonka bubblegum or Hubba Bubba. Bro, I used to have Hubba Bubba in middle school all the time. That was my favorite for sure. That's when it first came out, way back in 1918, I think, or something like that. Um, okay, so I have a couple more here for you. Um,
Hey, read that thing that J Real just typed.
J Real just typed, I saw a video like the Matrix. I take a pill and be colorblind, or the other and lose taste. That's a hard one. Bro, if you had COVID, you lose taste, smell, and everything else. So don't even worry about it. You don't even need to take a pill for that. Uh,
That's a good one.
that is a good one. Okay, so cartoons, The Simpsons or Beavis and Butthead.
I could watch both. I could watch them when I'm sober, or I could watch them when I'm drunk. I could watch
Okay,
The Simpsons. I could watch Family Guy. I could watch Rick and Morty. I could watch South Park. I could watch any cartoon. I could watch. I could watch anything. I could watch on either YouTube or any of the spoiler, um, illegal, things that play the old movies or the new movies or whatever.
okay. So here's one for you. You have to tell me what is the best restaurant near you that you would recommend to anybody that's going to Bayside.
Best restaurant. We have a steakhouse in Bayside. We also have the one me and Yoange and Coffee Joe went to. It's Blue Bay Diner off of um off of Northern Boulevard. We also have an IHOP here, which is pretty cool. We also have Ben's Delicatessen, which is pretty good. I
Okay,
mean, they're
so
all they're all
because
good restaurants.
you just mentioned Yo Ange and Coffee Joe. Um, you got to meet them. Did you get to walk with them and
Oh
do their?
yeah, I was doing that before they even started. I was
No,
doing
but I
that.
mean,
I was
have you
doing
done it
that
with
like
them on
walking.
their channel?
I was doing that walking home. I was walking. I was doing that walking to work 6 miles, and then walking back home from work 6 miles in the rain and the snow,
Okay.
and nearly falling over your feet. Like that was some crazy shit. I was like, I don't know how people do that. Like walk in the bad weather and make sure not to get hit by a car or whatever. I don't know. But it was some fun shit. Like I really I really like what she's doing with her channel. I think she came a long way. And Coffee Joe, man, I tell you, everybody needs a hilarious sidekick, and he's definitely there. He's definitely that one. 'Cause he reminds me of the guy from Seinfeld, George. You
Definitely.
remember George from Seinfeld? That's the guy.
Yes. That you know what? He reminds me exactly of him, for sure. Hey, Ross, I want to tell you a couple of things. One is I am absolutely glad that I got you on my channel. You're an amazing person, and you're much more than your channel portrays you to be, for sure. Glad I got to meet you. Glad I got to sit here and talk to you for a little bit. I would love to meet you in person. Hopefully, you're going to G2E this year, and that we could do
I'm
just
I'm
that.
plan I'm planning on it because you know what? It's a good opportunity to meet other creators, and it's a good
Yes.
opportunity to play some free slots when it doesn't cost you money. Because rare all these slots that they're coming out with the casino now, you get the opportunity to play them at G2E, and you get to talk to the people behind all the machines that make it, which is a lot very informative because all these games that you see out now, you get to like actually try them out, and it's just like a lot of knowledge and stuff. And you're like
Yeah.
one of the only people at the convention not a suit and tie. You're going around
E-
just to be a normal guy and not suit and tie guy.
Exactly. So hopefully, I'm going to stay in touch with you. Hopefully, we could plan something, even if it's not G2E, if it's one of your trips out here to Vegas, or if it's one of my trips out there to Atlantic City, we will definitely hook up sooner or later, for sure. And I look forward to that day.
Hey, look, it's Blaine. Hey, everybody, say hi to Blaine.
Hi,
Thumbs up,
Blake.
thumbs
Blake,
up,
spinning it with
and
his
blessings to
slots.
Blaine.
Hey, real quick, you mentioned Blaine that's coming in. I hope you're doing better. I know you had to take a day or two off. Appreciate you coming in, Blaine. Love you. Can't wait to get you on the show, so we can sit and talk a little bit. Love his channel. Tuesdays and Thursdays. He has a video dropping every morning, Tuesdays and
And
Thursdays,
Saturday.
and Saturday. Yes.
And Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry about that.
I watched Blaine spinning winning one of the realest channels in the house.
Right? For sure. I mean, he does exactly what he does. He doesn't try and pretend that he's something else. He doesn't try and bet bigger. He just plays his game, and that's all good. And that's what it's about. He doesn't really care about the subs or anything else. He just it's wait real quick. J Real says, question for Ross and Rhino: will there be a part two interview? There absolutely will. It'll be down the road a little bit, but there will be a part two for sure. Blaine says, a day or two, 2 weeks. I just had hip replacement 12 hours ago, bro.
Oh,
And you're on your phone. That's a real YouTuber right there, for sure.
I hope they gave him some type of drugs and stuff because that's gotta be painful.
Well, he's got some good stuff. I hope for sure.
Like
And guys,
if that happened to me, I would want some type of morphine or whatever, just to be in like La La Land. If you like this, you're like,
exactly. So here's what I'm going to tell everybody that has a channel that's in the chat. I need you guys to do this. If you had a video come out in the past couple of days, go ahead and tag Blaine in it and send it over to him because he's laid up in bed. He has nothing else to do except watch your videos. So send them all to him. Let him watch every single one. I'm sure he'll be glad to and appreciate you guys doing that. Um, Ross, again, thank you very much. You guys, it started off a little bit rocky with some of the trolls and everything else. I appreciate you guys sticking in. I appreciate Ross for sticking in with everything that was going on. Apparently, he's a little bit more used to it than I am. He has a fantastic channel. He's going to keep doing his thing. Ross likes his monkey Miriam. Um,
that's Brad. That's my normal trope. But he's a real person. He just like he wants attention.
Yeah, I get it. Um, thank you. Thank you very much. Your great Rhino Man channel. Thank you very much. Um, I'm in a recliner, taking it easy. Send your links. I'll watch them. Blaine says, guys, I appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, guys, Let the good times roll. I will see you then tomorrow. Don't forget, 3:30 in the afternoon. The topic is OG slot channels. It's my birthday. I will be having fun. I'll probably sip on some of this moonshine or something else or eat something. Who knows? Love you guys. Until then, let the good times roll, baby.